FitWorkz Hybrid Training Gym. Would love to hear from you. So if you're watching live on Periscope, ask a question, comment. We love hearts, and we definitely love shares and replays. If you're watching later after it's been taped and shared on social media, if you have a question and you'd like it answered, we'll make it part of a future show. By all means, simply type it in the social media as a comment or what have you. You can find out more about us at Eat by Color, so pretty much any social media outlet, your favorite one, at Eat by Color. We're on Snapchat. Posted a pretty cool Super Bowl. Yesterday was a Super Bowl. Posted a pretty cool snap video showing an easy way to make really great tasting Super Bowl party food and cover everybody's palate, everybody's taste, satisfy the people counting macros, calories, points, and everything else. You can check that out on Snapchat, and I think it's also on our Instagram, hashtag EatByColor. So I had a question today from one of our members at FitWorkz. What do I need to do? I'm over 40 years old, had the hormone changing thing, I'm female. Like, what are the must-dos for somebody in my boat? What is it that I absolutely have to do? What is the one thing I can't skip out on? One, nutrition's king. And once again, we're going to shamelessly plug Eat by Color. Why? Because it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's one you can stick with long term. So Eat by Color, you got to get the nutrition in. And then exercise. When we look at exercise, don't make the mistake that many females do. And again, this is in response to a female over the age of 40's question. And that is spend most of the time you have available to exercise doing cardio. You have to get the load-bearing activity in. You have to lift weights. She followed that up with, well, all right, great, weights over cardio. Okay, I'm fine with that. I actually like lifting weights. But what weights? Like if I want to tighten and lift and firm my backside so my cheeks aren't hanging behind my knees, what is it I need to be doing? Barbell hip thrusters are probably top dog. Lunges are a close second. Back squats, maybe tied for second, and then probably some stiff leg deadlifts or even regular conventional deadlifts. So if you have a question about what is a barbell hip thruster, you can go to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/FitWorkz DeKalb, youtube.com/FitWorkz DeKalb. By the way, there's over 900 videos on there, or close to 1,000 or whatever. It depends on which browser we look at. We know there's definitely more than 900 videos. You can look at the barbell hip thruster. It's king for lifting, tightening, firming the glutes regardless of age, especially for that middle-aged female that's battling the hormones and things like that. Follow that up with some lunges, some squats, some stiff leg deadlifts, conventional deadlifts. You're going to have a pretty solid program. And then to be honest with you, if you're doing those lifts, it's going to matter, but I think you could start splitting hairs over what are the other important exercises. Any questions from anybody out there? Nope. And then when we look at hormones, we've done videos on this before. We brought a local medical professional in that actually specializes in, she's female, she actually specializes in working with women on hormonal issues and does, OBGYN as her practice, but she also does a lot with hormones for women that are going through the change or premenopause, perimenopause, or whatever you want to call it. I can't stress that enough. Find a female that actually has experience working with women that are in a similar position, get your blood work done, and get a 24-hour saliva hormone test. Sit down with a doctor, physician's assistant, nurse practitioner that is well-versed in women and women's hormones, and ideally is female. That's key. A lot of us males just brush it off and send you home, say deal with it, this will pass, or whatever. You want to sit down with somebody that can relate and go through your options and have them educate you on what's going on. So food, weights, what do we like for weights, especially in response to the question about lifting the backside? We like the hip thruster, lunges, squats, stiff leg deadlifts, regular deadlifts, any combination thereof. And you don't need to go to a gym to do all that stuff. All you need to do is something that weighs a couple pounds or pounds. It could be a bag of rock salt. It could be a bag of salt for your driveway. It could be potting soil. It could be an old duffel bag that you put a bunch of phone books in. It doesn't matter. The body doesn't know where the weight comes from. The next question I got was, what do we do when we're injured? Or, hey, I've got this going on, can I still work out? Well, if you're in a commercial gym environment or training gym / commercial gym like our facility, the answer is yes. 9 out of 10 times, there may be a couple things you can't do, or let's say that we had a client recently sever his bicep tendon. So he had to have it surgically reattached. His arm was in a sling. So that just means that he can't do anything here, and he can't put himself in a position where somebody could smack his injury or anything like that, but there's still another arm. So he did a lot of one-arm curls, a lot of one-arm presses, a lot of one-arm pulls. So he's able to train biceps and triceps and chest and back for the left side of his body, and then pretty much almost unlimited lower body exercises. So just because you're injured doesn't mean it's an excuse to not go to the gym. And then the other thing with that, keep in mind, if it took you a while to work up to a pattern of behavior or being consistent with exercise, the last thing you want to do is have an injury completely derail that new lifestyle change and pattern of behavior that includes 2 or 3 days a week for around an hour going to the gym. And by the way, 2 or 3 days a week is what you should be spending in the gym. So again, if you have an injury and you're a member of a commercial gym, hybrid training gym like ours, there's almost unlimited number of options. There's almost always 1 or 2 more things that you can do. There's probably going to be 1 or 2 things you can't do. There's going to be plenty you can. And we always recommend keep it simple, but always ask your doctor, medical professional, physical therapist, what are the top 3 things I should do? What are the top 3 things I shouldn't do? And if you keep it to a short number, they'll be able to rattle off, you should, don't. Write them down before you leave the doctor's office. Bring that into the gym, show it to a trainer or a competent trainer like we have at our club, and they'll be able to show you how to do those things. But just because you're injured, don't let that break up your pattern of behavior. Don't let that wreck your routine of actually making exercise part of your daily or weekly lifestyle. It's too important and it's too hard for many of us to bring back once we've gotten away from it. The last thing we'll cover, exercise galore. If you've tuned in the last few weeks to any of our stuff, social media, here on Periscope, you know that we have a new book out. This is actually a project that my staff and I did. It's my staff and I, in most of the pictures, we wrote the content. There's over 100 exercises, over 100 exercises. We teach you how to safely do it with both still images, pictures, and video. Plus, there's programs completely built out for you. There's cardio programs that actually work, core programs, the right way to do a warm-up. It's the same warm-up we've used with over 1,000 athletes, over 75 collegiate athletes, and a handful of professional athletes. We teach you that. Terribly easy to do. You can do it. The warm-up you can actually do anywhere. And then this is where it gets really cool. Not only is the book totally interactive, but we teach you to fish. So that means that we give you the tools for you to build your own workout programs that work. Okay, so definitely worth checking out. We wrote it to be read on a mobile device. Right now it's only available for Kindle. The Kindle app is free. Definitely check it out. We've gotten a couple of reviews on Amazon, and we've gotten even more feedback from everyday people that have bought the book and gone into the gym, sometimes for the first time ever, and know that they were confidently doing exercises correctly. And we've also had a number of teachers and college professors say that this has been added for this semester to suggested reading. It's going to be added to summer and fall semesters for required textbooks. And what they're telling us, those in the teaching world, this is one of the few times they've seen one book, one project that is everything in one spot. So literally there's a huge exercise library, there's how to use it, and all of that good stuff. So check it out. Exercise Galore on Amazon. Any questions? Any hearts?
Nope, none today.
All right, thanks for checking us out.